This is ANN News Brief.
South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has faced heavy grilling in Parliament on Tuesday in a debate on the State of the Nation address and questions surrounding the president's campaign donations during the last elections. Leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, Julius Malema, said to the joint sitting of Parliament on Tuesday, Ramaphosa should come clear and tell the nation who funded his campaign. Malema said there was no chance of winning the fight against corruption if the president was involved in allegations of money laundering. He said the president needs to release names of campaign donors and what they stand to benefit from his presidency. Democratic Alliance leader Musi Maimane also called on the president to stop delaying and frustrating the public prosecutor's investigation in his Bosasa dealings. Opposition MPs dismissed Ramaphosa's State of the Nation address as lacking an action plan that would help him create the country he envisaged. They also said he did not deal with the realities faced by ordinary South Africans. Although Rwanda has received praise around the world for its growth, an EU report has chastised the country for its human rights record, but President Paul Kagame has described the report as rubbish and ridiculous. In a state television interview with French news channel France 24 during the European Development Day in Brussels, Kagame said Rwanda is a different country today than what it was 25 years ago. He challenged the reporter to look at what he called Europe's failing human rights record, especially in the treatment of migrants. He said Europe is violating people's rights by bundling and sending them back to the Mediterranean to sink. He said Europeans should stop having a superiority complex, thinking they are the only ones who care about human rights. 32% of Rwanda's population lives below the poverty line, but the country has come a long way from the aftermath of the 1994 genocide. It is now being steady economic growth. As AU chairperson, Kagame stands against donor dependency and campaigns for sustainable funding by African states. He said these present an avenue for growth among all parties compared with begging for handouts, which he says would entrench dependence. Stay with us, we'll be back after this message. Gambian Foreign Minister Dr. Mahmoud Tangara, along with the National Peace Heart Women of Liberia, has been awarded the 2019 United Nations Population Award in New York. UN Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed conferred the award on the foreign minister. She said the UN recognized Dr. Tangara's leadership in conflict prevention and his understanding of the importance of grassroots non-violent youth movements in the political uncertainty in the aftermath of the Gambia's 2016 presidential election. Dr. Tangara and the National Peace Heart Women of Liberia received a gold medal, a diploma, and a monetary prize for the award. That's CNN News Brief. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at CNN Africa TV. I am Lucy Adeyemi.